Welcome to this month's video of enhancements for Nuctrac version 1.2.11, scheduled for release on June 26th. So there's only a couple items that we really need to review this month, and they're really around sealed sources. So first, let's go ahead and review where the sealed sources are and a couple of the changes that we made inside of there. So when you're looking for your sealed sources, it's considered an inventory item. So we're going to go to our Manage Inventory. And then you'll see across the top of the screen, we have filters for sealed sources. I'm going to include all of the filters, including non-expired and expired, for sealed sources. You will now notice we have an active and inactive area, and to be able to designate those to each particular item. If you click on any source, you're going to see a couple additional checkboxes that we have added. We've also added a leak test required and an inventory required. This will now be reflected when you perform those tasks. And of course, we have the active versus inactive. So if I make this one inactive and I save it, you're going to see it drop down to the bottom of the screen. And then if I go ahead and make it active again, you're going to see it move back up to the top of the screen. This really just has more impact when you're performing tasks or assigning these particular sources to health physics tasks that you do. In addition to that, we have also added some changes or made some changes to the leak test and the sealed source inventory tasks, of which I already have configured. So if we start with sealed source inventory test, if you click on that, what you're going to see, very similar to what you saw before, but we went ahead and we divided it out on active versus inactive. Should make it a little bit easier for you guys to find your sources when you're searching for them. And of course, if you have a lot of sources, it's still a lot on this page, but it should make it a little bit easier for you to be able to find the particular ones that you need. And of course, if you don't designate it that it needs either a leak test or an inventory, it won't show up on these pages at all. The other one is around sealed source leak testing. So the leak tests are probably a little bit, the page is a little more significantly changed than it was before. So what you will see is it looks similar to the inventory and that we made an active versus an inactive area, but we also added some additional information on this page. So that should make it a little bit easier for you guys when you're performing those leak tests to be able to define which particular source you're having that leak test done on. So of course, you'll be able to have the source name, the serial number, the calibration date, and the location. So you'll be able to see that a little bit more easily. And again, we've divided it out, so it should make it a little bit simpler for you to go ahead and perform this task. Though it really was the significant change that we made in this particular release. There are some small changes. I would recommend you go ahead and read the release notes for this particular change, 1.2.11, and those will be coming out very soon. You'll be able to review those. And so any other little changes that we made, you'll be aware of prior to release. Thanks again. Talk to you again in a few weeks.